it's one of those specialties that not everybody understands. It involves a lot with land, with, getting approvals in place, with what to put where, how to put it there, who to do it. There's just so many things involved in this equation. So I'm glad that you're here to talk about this with us, right?
As in, my developments have become increasingly popular with the housing shortage. There's nothing on the market. So in Rhode Island, we're still at that 500 and under home mark available for sale in single families. So people are looking for alternatives, whether that be condos or whether that be new developments, and deciding to build their homes. So a lot of land that we've seen sit for years prior is now coming about again, and developers are looking into it as a viable option to create more housing opportunities for people.
Is there a lot of land listings out there that are ready to rock and roll, fully approved?
You're going to find it more difficult to find a piece of land that has all of the approvals. When you're looking into land, if you have unapproved land, raw land, or approved land, the approved land is always going to be more expensive. Approvals are great because it's ready to go. You don't have to go through that entire process with the town. There are quite a few steps in getting a piece of land approved, and depending on what town you are in, it's going to be more challenging or easier depending on where you are in Rhode Island or Massachusetts and beyond. A lot of developers like to hang on and wait until they can get approvals, and then you have landowners who are trying to offload this land sooner, quicker. They don't want to wait for that whole approval process. But for a big project, it can take a few years.
What is that process? What do they have to do? Where do they start?
So the process looks a little bit different depending on where your land is at, what stage it's in. If you just have a raw piece of land and you know nothing about it, first, you want to have an exploratory period with the town. You want to do all of the research that you can on that property, find out if there's any wetlands. What is the soil like? Is it loam? Is it, is there ledge in there, rock? Is it difficult to build on? Can you build on it? What is the zoning? Was it grandfathered in? Was something ever ripped down? There are a lot of pieces of the puzzle that you really want to start at a town level. Going to town hall and starting some, putting some meetings in place with town leaders in order to figure out exactly where your land stands. Zoning is going to have a big effect too on what you can build on that property, your building footprint, and really what kind of preparation you're going to have to do to get the property ready for building.
Do you still see builders with the interest rates increasing? Do you still see builders out there looking for opportunities?
I do. We've actually surprisingly, especially in my personal sphere, seen an uptick in interest. A lot of builders right now, as it becomes warmer outside, are looking to get started on projects. There's a lot more ease in building in the Northeast when it's warmer out, and especially exploring what the land looks like. What are they up against? But we've seen a lot of builders coming out and really getting serious about projects. We've seen a lot more, offerings on developments and on parcels of land that may have been sitting, because there really is a lack of opportunity, in single family homes and building homes. People are really holding on tight to what they've got right now. Some people don't want to move. They're afraid, where will they go? So land has taken another upswing, because that's really where we see opportunity in building new properties for people. So a lot of builders are either coming out of the woodwork or really starting to get serious about some projects that they may have been in between on. We've seen a lot of these properties, that need work. A lot of the traditional buyers are stepping out of that market because they want something a bit easier if they're paying this price. The market who I think will continue to, keep those, those properties that need a little bit of work or a little cosmetic or, even some structural, are going to be those builders who are missing out on the land. They are going to then go into other properties that they might be able to fix up, tear down to the studs, build back up as a new construction. If they can't get into land, or if there's a lack of land, that's where they'll turn to.